My task is
Alright, finally let's get everybody up to the same spot so they can regroup and discuss further plans.
The dance begins.
So, it appears Yuki-chan and Takuma-san have been taken to the harbor.
There's the old man. Looks like they put him on that foreign ship.
a Portuguese vessel, and a large one at that.
Curious. What scheme have we stumbled into here?
Hoist the anchor! Set the sails!
There goes the ship. And the old man with it.
What about Yuki-chan? Was she also on board?
There she is. Looks like they left her behind.
Most likely as bait, in case her men failed to capture us.
You expect another ambush?
Either way, we should proceed with caution.
A checkpoint at the bridge. We must head through it if we wish to reach the harbor.
More of them at the market. Looks like they've taken over half the town.
A disguise would be useful. A friend at Misugi's inn would have one ready for me. Alternatively, we could visit Lord Kazuma's estate. The staff will have washing hanging out for the taking.
I'm glad that we have allies here. Now, let us proceed and free Yuki-chan.
Alright, so now once again we're let loose. And you can, let's take a look at the map here.
Against your old sensei now?
Much as it pains me, it appears that way.
What could have made her fall in league with Kake-sama?
A question I'd very much like answered, after we have rescued our friends.
Let's go ahead and read the tutorials as well, why not? You can select multiple characters with the right mouse. You can have non-lethal attacks, by the way. You can use that maybe to lure enemies as well. You can do that by right-clicking on the A button or just pressing the Y button here. And as we said, left control and clicking on a body picks it up. The spot finding technique I showed you with control right-clicking. And off we go. So, this is one of the things that I like about this game. You have 3 members. You need to reach Yuki over here and free her. Anybody can do that in your party. Obviously, having all your party together is going to make you have an easier time releasing your prisoner, but everybody has kind of a disadvantage, so you're gonna have a tough time navigating, especially with Mugen this level. Aiko can steal a disguise. We're gonna probably steal this one, which is the nearest, and she can just stroll casually into this side. Will have to avoid some of the samurais, which are able to recognize her, but other than that, she can just casually stroll in here. The problem being, she cannot deal with all these enemies on her own. You could sneak in Hayato as well, because he can climb buildings and whatnot, and he can swim, so you don't even have to cross this bridge here. But if you have Mugen as well, you can deal with the samurais very effectively. So I'm thinking I'm gonna take the long approach and just try and bring up everybody here. Alright, so first order of business, let's get the disguise, which is over here. That means let's bring everybody down again. Bring him over to this this bridge here. Alright, and now these 2 enemies do not seem to be overlooked by anybody, if I'm not mistaken, so let's just take Mugen in, I guess.
They are searching homes.
This guy might be able to see
No bounds.
somewhere close.
What the city was.
I presume all of them are enjoying a well-paid day off.
The Shogun will hear about this.
I don't know if you noticed, Mugen can carry 2 bodies, or the other guys can only carry 1. Let's read this little tutorial as well, why not? The shadow mode, yes. You can press shift, which enables shadow mode. It enables you to queue 1 action for every guy, and then when you press enter, it executes all these actions at the same time. Keep in mind, it's real time, the shadow mode. Like, when you're planning your moves, time does go by, it doesn't pause, right? So keep that in mind. You are not invulnerable once pressing shift, is what I mean. Alright, let's try and clear the enemies on this area.
I will remain hidden.
Now this guy first. Let's get as close to him as we can.
I find you sheltering that vermin, I will
Or I could actually just throw a sake here, try to lure this guy over there,
Give this away. Have a drink.
divide and conquer so that this guy can see him.
Resist this offer. My blade for the Shogun. The end.
I'm gonna duck down. You might be tempted to pick up the body, but just stay still there for a while, otherwise the other guy is gonna see you.
Patience.
Exactly as Mugen says. Oh, hold on.
I will be silent.
Is he actually going to go that far as to see the body? He is wondering where his friend is, but I don't think he's gonna wander that far
tell me immediately.
so as to discover the body. So let's just wait him out. Wait for him to calm down a bit. And just to be on the safe side, let's go ahead and
It's like a time. I will be there.
deal with the other guys. Now though, now we have to take on this samurai. There's two ways to killing samurais. You can either use Mugen straight up, like Mugen is the only one who can straight up kill a samurai, or you have to use a combination of the other two guys. And the way you do that, you use one of your guys to shoot at the samurai. He is down for a few seconds, and during that time he's vulnerable, so you bring another guy, maybe Aiko in this case, and knife him in the back. It is kind of complex, more complex than it sounds, so you best use Mugen as much as you can. For this time now, though, we'll have to kind of get rid of some of the enemies here in order to deal with the samurai, because samurais are not distracted. I cannot lure him outside here. Or I could use a body, maybe. That's another technique you could do. You could just use a body, lure the samurai to come towards it. But I'm gonna do this the proper way without using any
I'm ready.
cheese
On my way.
trickery here.
So far.
Let's try and get one of our guys inside here. I'm gonna try and go in with Hayato, who's a much better killer than Aiko. Which is actually not true. Aiko is a very capable killer once you get her uniform.
Don't see
But she
a way.
doesn't have it yet, so... What I'm trying to do now is get to this guy maybe first.
No noise.
Which brings us to another interesting part, buildings.
I'm going in.
You might think, how do I get to this guy? You could try climbing and whatnot, but there doesn't seem to be an easy way. Do not forget about buildings. Once you enter the building,
If I find
it is connected to all the other doors in the same building, so you can cross floors as well. I could go right out here,
Blade.
and now that nobody's looking,
Move like water.
I don't know why I cannot kill this guy. Something very weird is going on here. There you go.
Nothing personal.
In any case,
No.
taken care of. Let's hide the body as well, why not? Nobody can see him here, he's kind of hidden, but... Right, now, maybe can we deal with this samurai? No, we need to kill this guy as well. So I'm gonna come out this side.
Quiet.
Almost got spotted there. Try to see him. Or I could use Mugen and lure him outside. Like, let me show you a different tactic.
Yes, of course, my lord.
Like, do not try to go straight up whenever you can. Try to think outside the box.
For duty.
Like, luring enemies the farthest away is probably what developers never expect you to do.
Allure.
And a very clever tactic.
Fate is placed.
This guy sees it, he doesn't care about it, only the other guy does.
None can resist this offer.
And until he reaches that, he will probably turn away, yes.
Blade for the Shogun. I will
So let's go
be
straight up and kill him as quick as we can. I'll take the sucker, thank you very much. And now I can just hide maybe behind here, wait for this guy to come back. Attack him straight up. You can attack enemies straight to their face,
cooperate.
but keep it in mind that you'd better not get into their green area very fast. Like this samurai, you cannot tell, but he also has a gun in his right hand, right? So when you attack him face on, just make sure to use a bit of timing. Like when his vision swings to the other side now. See what I did? I waited for this for his vision to be all the way to the left before attacking.
for the Shogun.
Otherwise, I still would have gotten him, but he might have gotten a shot off, and I would have 4 health bars instead of 5 now. In any case, now let's start clearing these enemies here. I'm gonna go with Hayato in here again. Use the same building trick here. You can see these two guys. this one and this one are not overlooking this area. Only this guy is. So I'm gonna try to use this as my kill zone.
Time for sword work.
Remember that you can run. Nobody can hear your footsteps.
Genjutsu.
Quickly dispose of all the enemies in the area,
Move.
since nobody can see them. And at the same time, maybe let's bring in Aiko here
Morning snow.
to get her dress.
Just a simple hairpin.
No, Aiko,
Amused
don't do
at
that.
but the last time I had one of these.
Don't you ever get tired of dressing up?
I'm curious. Most shinobi know the value of disguising themselves. Are you a rare exception, Hayato-san?
What's the point? Why risk it if you can just hide in a bush?
Our difference in training never ceases to amaze me.
And you can see by pressing D once, she gets in her dress. She can even run in her dress, so do that. Nobody can spot her except of samurais.
Out of sight.
And you press D again, she starts talking to enemies and distracting them like this.
My lord? Oh,
So now I could even go ahead and kill this samurai maybe. Or just straight up go and kill this guy maybe,
Please
who's
tell me
Time to
more.
move.
seems to be far easier. Now hold on, this guy. Alright, we're gonna have to time our actions. Because I do not want to kill this guy right here. Right here he would be seen by that other guy here. As you can see, this guy.
Another question,
ready.
if I may.
Move.
But by waiting, I'm executing him at a much further place. And I could go even ahead and kill this samurai maybe.
I will be patient.
Alright, so I'm gonna wait for this guy to be outside this guy's
Please tell me
vision.
more.
And once he turns his back, we are striking.
I did not know that.
Now I use my katana.
Oh, is that
The
so?
opponent.
Alright, I don't even need to move his body, I guess. Although just to be on the safe side, let's drop it here maybe.
Another question, if I
It's
may.
much easier with Mugen because he runs when carrying a body. And now we can sneak everybody maybe past this guy.
Will be there.
Ah, that reminds
But just
me.
to be on the safe side, I'm gonna put everybody here. Where is Hayato? Pay attention to which way this guy is gonna turn around once I release him from
Please
the
tell me
charms of Lady Aiko here. He's gonna turn around this way, because that's the way he turned around when I first distracted him. So now if I release him,
Elegance in my thanks.
he's gonna turn this way, thus not seeing my guys there.
An elegant solution.
Let's go ahead and just to make our life just a tiny bit easier,
Apologies.
Calm.
kill this guy
Jutsu.
I am
when this
embarrassed.
guy can't see. Remember, you do not need to hide bodies inside buildings and whatnot. You can even throw him in the sea.
May I ask another question?
Definitely ample space to hide bodies in the sea. Alright, now I'm gonna try to clear a path and go this way
Oh, is that so?
to access the bridge, which is over there. So first trouble, this guy overlooks everything. Maybe let's bring Lady Aiko.
The central square. I'm glad we got a disguise. It might give us the edge we need here.
I'm just gonna casually go and strike a conversation, turn him the complete opposite way.
Forgive me.
This is going to allow me to operate in this area, which is highly complex, by the way. Like you can see, these guys are looking at each other. Everybody's looking at each other right here. Like this is why we call these kind of games murder sudokus. You always have to find like the weakest link
did not
every
know.
time. Meaning, for example, I could take back Aiko here
Farewell.
and distract this guy first. Because this guy, while he watches this area, it's dark green, so he's not gonna see my samurais go through.
My lord?
Skill over
My ninja would be more accurate for this guy. So I'm gonna just sneak on his backside, watch that this guy doesn't see me.
Ah, that reminds me.
Maybe even go up there, just to be on the safe side. If you are crouched on a rooftop, nobody can ever see you for any reason.
Thank you.
So it's always safer to remain on a rooftop.
The gift of
I'm gonna go distract this guy.
apologies.
Obviously the reason being I want to kill this one. I don't think anyone else can see him. So let's go ahead and kill this guy now.
Jutsu.
Another question, if I may.
Death from above.
And now I'm just gonna Attack him nicely here in the edge, because I think this guy,
Please, continue.
once I release him,
Kind.
yes, he can almost see over here, you can see. So keep that in mind. He's also very annoying because he's overlooking this guy here. Alright, and now comes the tough part. We have a triangle of enemies looking at each other, plus another enemy looking at him. We could take him out, but we need to kind of take out the entire region here, so I'm not gonna bother. We're gonna try to look for a different way. Searching the weakest link is the name of the game, and in this case I think this is the guy. Because take a look, this guy doesn't see him, he doesn't see him, only this guy sees him. So if I distract him with Aiko, I can effectively go on his backside and murder him. The tough part being, I need to first reach his backside, and only Aiko can do that, so it's gonna require some planning here. I'm gonna take Hayato up this rooftop
No way there. I can't go there. Quiet.
and try and go the long way around here.
There's the wagons.
The road and bridge are guarded by samurai. I must be careful, even in disguise.
Don't worry, my love. My swords will do the talking.
Alright, so you can see I distracted this guy just to give Hayato here a safe jump down.
May I ask another question?
Let's get to work. Quiet.
Alright, so find a good spot to jump down where nobody can see.
No, that.
There's no man in the
And I'm gonna try to go all the way around this guy.
Going in.
It is a slow method, but it is always very
Another
successful.
question.
Alright, now I do not want to release Aiko here and distract this guy. That's what you probably were thinking. But
Please tell me
if I
more.
do that, this guy turns around and he's gonna see my every move. So I'm gonna have to cleverly go ahead with Hayato. This guy is gonna be a nuisance because he can kind of spot me. I'm gonna wait for the yellow to go all the way back so I have ample time to move. And then I'm gonna try to take it stepwise.
No noise.
May
Like
I
get to
ask
this
another
little
question?
corner here now.
Did you say it? I've never seen any of these
You
guys.
see this guy can see me, but not long enough to spot me.
Special orders from the Shogun.
Move like water.
Ah, that reminds me.
Now I'm gonna release Aiko's control now that Hayato is safe.
My thanks. Farewell.
See where everybody is watching. Alright, now let's see what this guy sees.
Red leaves.
I'm gonna go with
falling snow.
Aiko.
The dance begins.
Distract him.
Forgive me.
So you can see I'm distracting everybody once.
A question, if I may.
And that finally gives me an opening at this guy.
Shuriken jutsu. Cutting wind. I'll take that.
I could probably have run up to him to kill him, but just to be on the safe side.
Move like water. Oh. My blade is sharp.
May I ask another question?
And now I'm gonna do the same trick, but killing these three guys instead.
I am always.
I'm gonna go ahead with Aiko and distract this guy now. The one that's furthest to the right. The reason being,
Apologies.
I wanna bring Mugen behind this guy's back, sneak
I
him,
have a question.
get close to these guys as much as I can.
Prepared. I will be silent.
You can see we do have a chance to kind of sneak by here.
I will not.
It requires you to take careful steps, small steps, but in the end it works. Like for example, I'm releasing
Quiet gesture.
Aiko again, distracting this guy. Nobody's watching
I am
the
back.
door over here now, so I can bring up Mugen
Together, we are strong.
and finally kill these guys.
On my way.
Ah, that reminds me.
None shall remain standing.
Just to be on the safe side, let's hide the bodies.
Calm. Focus.
May
Gonna
I
bring
ask
Hayato as well.
Shuriken.
And I could even kill this guy, like
There's no need.
if you're feeling particularly vengeful, you can go distract this guy,
And a child.
who is the only one overlooking this guy right now.
Time to move.
Apologies.
Are you?
And then
I
just shoot this guy in the face.
I'm going in.
Now, let us be silent. My thanks. Farewell.
Aiko's job is done. And now we move on to the bridge.
It will be done.
Maybe there's more to this. Ah, you're imagining things.